What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. This one's from SRS Cinema. They put out a ton of micro-budget horror, true indie horror, cult, sci-fi, all kinds of just super low-budget stuff. One of my favorite. Check them out at srscinema.com. This one is Vampire Cop. This is the one made in the 90s. It's about Officer Lucas. He's basically almost like Super Cop. Like, he's very hard to stop. He's just a beast. Always gets his man. Almost always gets his man. Because there is a drug dealer, crime kingpin named Hans, who is always one step ahead of our beloved police officer. The other thing about Officer Lucas is that he is in fact a vampire, so he can only work the night shift, but that shouldn't be a surprise since the name of the movie is Vampire Cop. But anyway, he's got a huge sting set up so that he can finally get Hans. Everything goes to shit. His partner dies. Hans gets away. Hans is evil laughing, It's just a bad situation all the way around for Officer Lucas. He's back to square one, but he does meet an investigative reporter. She's hot. They start banging, and the closer she gets to him, however, she starts to realize that there's more to this guy than just being a good cop. So he's trying to keep his secret safe from her, while he's also trying to finally track down Hans. And the movie just kind of follows, like, who's going to win? Is Hans finally going to get his comeuppance, or is he going to have the last laugh over Vampire Cop? This is a really fun one. It's directed by Donald Farmer, so it's going to be fun B-movie mayhem. It's got a lot of toplessness in it. It's also got a guy who spends most of the movie in a bathtub. He won't get out because everything is shrunk up, according to him, so maybe it's best that he does stay in the bathtub. But the mystery of the bathtub guy is a pretty cool part of the movie, I think. It does have a decent amount of gore also. It has like limbs being torn off. It's got Mal Arnold, who played in Blood Feast, the original Blood Feast. He gets chainsawed to death. There's a really badass melting scene at the end. Like, just everything melts off of a guy. It's amazing. It looks really fucking cool. Craziness and dialogue-wise, everything is kind of wild in this one. The dialogue doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not particularly performed very well. But Hans, who plays who is the bad guy, is played just spectacularly. In a movie like this, you want a bad guy who embraces being bad. And this guy, like, cherishes the chance to be a villain. He makes the most out of all of his scenes. He has a terrible accent, and it's fantastic. It's just exactly what you would want from a bad guy in this kind of a movie. Obviously, it's a very low budget, but I don't think it holds it back at all. The gore looks good. Naked chicks, good bad guy, melting people, guy in the bathtub. You don't need a big budget to have wild shit. SRS Cinema put out the Blu-ray. This is a limited edition Blu-ray. It's got the never before seen director's cut and the theatrical version, plus a commentary track on the director's cut and trailers. This movie does not benefit from being in HD because it was shot on video, but it's pretty much the same price to get the Blu-ray or to get the DVD. There is a difference, maybe of like $5 or $10, which I know sounds like a lot. But for me, I would rather have just the uniformness of having the Blu-ray case, and also just a Blu-ray is sturdier than a DVD. I've had DVDs that I haven't touched or taken out of the cases in years, and when I take them out, they've gotten scratched up just from being inside the cases. So I think it's worth it to get the sturdiness of the Blu-ray. Plus, it's a limited edition. I'm not sure how many. Normally through them it's either like 100, sometimes it's 50. So if you want it, go to srscinema.com and get it. The Blu-ray, I think, is definitely worth it, but you will not get a visual enhancement from this one. You're just paying to get the sturdier format and to have the limited edition version. I don't know what else you could want from the disc for the price. It's got 2 cuts of the movie plus the extras. That's Vampire Cop. If you like this review, please check out my website, markfusion.com. I have hundreds more and more every day. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, everywhere at markfusion. I really appreciate it. And please check out srscinema.com. They are doing the Lord's work with real indie movies and micro-budget movies. I love those fucking people. Check them out. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.